My name is Aaron Shortridge. I'm the equipment specialist for Black Diamond Paranormal Society. One of my one of the experiences I had was at Pocahontas Cemetery. I believe it was August of '08. We've investigated there 3 times, but in August of '08 was the time I had the most paranormal experiences happen. During that night, I was teamed up with one of our other investigators, Robin Belcher. As we were walking through the upper part of the cemetery that night, I had a few strange encounters. We were walking on the, I guess it would be the main entrance road on the right-hand side, and we stopped by this tombstone, and we were sitting there, and me and Robin noticed what looked like almost like a shadow figure jumping in and out of behind the tombstones, just going back and forth in between. And, we didn't really, we weren't able to get that on film because it was so dark, but it was one of the actual first experiences I ever had with the paranormal. Later that night, me and Robin were also walking in the upper part of the cemetery. Down there's this kind of like a concrete, it looked like a boat almost. And we were down there doing an EVP session. As we were doing the EVP session, it felt as if a little kid had tugged on the bottom of my shirt. And it just lasted for maybe 2-3 seconds, and then it was gone. There was nothing behind me that could have snatched onto my shirt. There's nothing that was behind me at all. I really don't know how to explain that at all. Later that night, me and Robin were joined by another member and a guest who came to experience the paranormal investigation. And we were walking down the back side of the cemetery and up along the tree line, and right above one of these big sarcophagus-like tombstones, we saw what appeared to be a light, almost like an orb, coming up and down behind it. It did it approximately 3 times, and then it never did it again. Up in the Pocahontas Cemetery, there's absolutely no sources of light. The trees are way too thick for light to have shone through the trees and appear like that. And nobody had their flashlights pointed in that direction at that time. We were all walking down the trail, so our flashlights were at the trail. And there was nobody in the proximity of us that could have made that light appear. Also, with the shadow, I checked. I looked behind the tombstones. There was absolutely nothing there. No one. I don't see how it could have happened, but that was my first night of paranormal investigation, and that was possibly the most active I've ever seen it. I had a lot of my first experiences occurred at that cemetery. It was a very interesting night.